Hello, wonderful people. This is HR Freeman once again, and welcome to my channel, UNiYA-YOWK Media. Today, we are going to talk about part 2 of my last video on how to quit or lose your job without getting broke. Well, if you have not yet seen that video, you can watch it later, or I'll put a link in the description below so that you can watch it. That video is entitled Fire Your Boss: How to Quit or Lose Your Job Without Going Broke, Part 1. Today's one is entitled Sack Your Boss: How to Quit or Lose Your Job Without Going Broke, Part 2. So without much ado, let's jump right into the video. Well, in the previous video, I made mention of 7 things you can do if you want to quit your job without going broke, or you want to prepare yourself for any unexpected downsizing that may end up affecting you. And the 7 points I mentioned in that video are: 1, you start with an end in mind; 2, commit to self-education; 3, join an entrepreneurial network; 4, find a mentor; 5, create a budget; 6, cut back on expenses; and 7, find a side hustle. Yes, if you want details of those points, do well to watch that video. You will get golden nuggets from that video. So today, what are we going to talk about? Today we are going to talk about some 5 more points, or 5 more things you need to do if you want to quit your job and eventually set up on your own as an entrepreneur, or you want to prepare yourself for any sudden job loss so that you don't find yourself wanting. We all know how it's becoming harder and harder for people to land jobs nowadays. Now it's not even easy for degree holders to land jobs, and even if they land jobs, they don't even get paid what they are worth. And that's what is forcing a lot of people to venture into entrepreneurship. So if you're someone who is entrepreneurially minded, but you don't know how to go about it as an employee, listen to this video, watch it to the end so that you know exactly what to do. Actually, these points I'm going to discuss with you are things that I myself have applied and it's working for me. So let's jump right in. So the eighth thing, which is the first thing on this video, but the eighth thing in the series you need to do to prepare yourself for any job loss, is to upgrade your resume. What do I mean by upgrade your resume? Upgrade your resume means that whatever profession you are in order to prepare yourself for a higher uh, maybe level, maybe for a promotion or higher income, you need to upgrade your skills. So let's say, for instance, if you're a marketer, can you think of becoming a chartered marketer? If you're an accountant, can you think of becoming a chartered accountant? Whatever position you are in, think of how to level up so that if there's any opportunity for promotion in your organization, or there's a higher paying job opportunity elsewhere, you can seize that opportunity in order to secure yourself financially. Now, the ninth thing in this series is to acquire high income skills. Yes. What are high income skills? High income skills are skills that you don't learn in school. We usually learn these skills mostly either online or in an informal setting. But they end up paying us much more than what a degree will pay us. What are some examples of the high income skills? We have high income skills like copywriting. We have high income skills like graphic designing, high income skills like content creation, and a whole lot. In fact, I'll do a separate video in future on that topic, and we'll talk about the various side hustles or high income skills that there are, from which you can decide which one to do. So yes, you need to acquire high income skills to like improve on yourself, so that you can even use your high income skills to build a side hustle, as we learned in the previous video. The last point in the previous video was about how to find a side hustle. And mostly, in order to build a side hustle, you need to have high income skills. So that's the ninth thing you need to consider. Now, the tenth thing in this series you need to do is to build an emergency fund of at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Why build an emergency fund? In the first place, what is an emergency fund? An emergency fund is a kind of savings account that you reserve purposely for the cases of emergency, such as a job loss, a sudden job loss, critical illness which requires hospitalization, or maybe a disaster has struck and you need financial intervention. This is a kind of savings account you open purposely for the cases of emergency. You don't touch this account, you don't spend this money reserved in the emergency fund on any other expenses unless there is emergency. So that's what we call an emergency fund. And your emergency fund must be equivalent of about 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. What it means is that if you are in Ghana and maybe your total monthly expenses is 1,500 cedis or 2,000 or 3,000, your emergency fund should have enough money covering 3 to 6 months of those living expenses, which means that for 3 months you need to have about 9,000 or between 4,500 if you are earning 1,500, or if your living expense is 1,500, you need to have about 4,500 in your emergency fund to last you for 3 months. Or if your total living expenses is 3,000, you need to have about 9,000 in your emergency fund account to take it for 3 months. Or if it's for 6 months, that's 18,000. And in the case of the one who spends 1,500 per month, that means your 6 months emergency fund will be 9,000. So that's what it means to have an emergency fund. So that in case you lose your job, that emergency fund can sustain you until you get another job or you launch your own business. So that's the another thing you need to do, the 10th thing you need to do to prepare yourself for your entrepreneurial journey or any sudden job loss. Now, the 11th thing in this series, which is the fourth thing on this video, you need to do to prepare yourself for any sudden job loss or your entrepreneurial venture is to monetize your talent or passion. If you have any passion, anything you are passionate about or talented in, that people know you for and normally even come to seek help from you from, you need to find a way of monetizing that passion. For instance, if you are someone who loves cooking, whether you are a man or woman, you love cooking and you know how to cook tasty meals, even when you have not learned in school, whether you've learned that in school or not, but you are just naturally good at cooking tasty and delicious meals, and people normally come to you to cook for them. This is an opportunity for you to monetize that skill by building a restaurant or starting a food business. You don't necessarily have to start on a large scale. In the beginning, you can just start by preparing food on the basis of orders. You take orders from people, you prepare for them, go and deliver. And as time goes on, you gather money, rent a shop, then you start gradually until it becomes a full-fledged restaurant. I actually know someone who uh, has done this, and that's why I recommend finding a way to monetize your passion. Now, it's not about cooking alone. If you are someone who is also good at public speaking, you enjoy public speaking, you like speaking to motivate people, that is a skill you can also monetize. Find a way of speaking for income. You can go to public events, speak, and get paid for what you do. Any skill at all that you are very passionate about or you are good at. If it is music, if you are good at writing music, you can monetize it by either selling your songs to people or becoming a musician yourself. So that's about it when it comes to monetizing your talent or passion. Now, the 12th thing in this series, which is also the fifth thing on this particular video that you need to do in preparation for any job loss or your entrepreneurial venture, is to be prepared to shamelessly take up odd jobs to help you raise money to build your business with. What do I mean by be prepared to shamelessly take up odd jobs? Yes, if you are listening to me right now and maybe currently you are in a situation where you see signs that no, you are on the brink of losing your job or something like that, but you are not prepared in terms of all these skills I'm talking about you acquiring in preparation for that. And God forbid it, you happen to end up receiving that notice that oh, your services are no longer needed, and you don't know what to do next. The best thing to do, which a lot of entrepreneurs have actually done, is any job at all that's available that can earn you income and which you are capable of doing, just take up that job. It does not have to be a very glamorous and quote unquote decent job as people claim. No. If you were doing a white collar job before you were laid off, and out of desperation, the only job you could find is blue collar job, any kind of blue collar, be working as a cleaner, a nanny, a lawn mower, or whatever. If that is what is available, just jump right in. Take up the challenge to do it, just for the sake of the money. In this case, the only thing important to you is not how people will view you when you are doing that job, but what you aim at getting from that job. And tell you what, most jobs that we normally look down upon as menial jobs actually end up paying us more than what white collar jobs pay us. For instance, if you choose to become a cleaner, you do cleaning services for people. Either you wash their cars or you do their laundry or you go to clean their homes for them. And you have a number of clients that you render that service to on a daily basis. Let's imagine you go to one house, you do that job, and you are paid like 100 cedis or 200 cedis a day. You go to another house, you will get paid 200 cedis, another house. And let's say you're able to do that for about 10 households in a day. Imagine how much income you have earned. That's 1,000 Ghana cedis in a day. Meanwhile, there are some workers in Ghana who earn that 1,000 cedis in a month. So, if you are someone with entrepreneurial dreams, you want to venture on your own to become an entrepreneur, you don't have to think of what people will think of you. More importantly, what you should think about is what you aim to get, what you need to do to earn money so that it can help you build that dream business you want to grow. That's what it means. And to further expatiate on that, what I simply mean is that that blue collar job you will take that may not necessarily be what you want to venture in as your dream business. But if you need to do that job to help you raise the money needed to build your dream business, my brother, you need to do it. The only kind of job that you don't need to do if you are fired from your job or you choose to quit unexpectedly is any job involving theft, any job involving maybe money ritual, or any job involving fraud or dishonesty. These are the only kind of job you don't need to involve yourself in. But any job at all that you need to do that earns you an honest income, my brother, my sister, if only you are capable of doing that job, you need to take up the challenge and do that job just for the money. So that's about it for today on this topic. Thank you very much for watching up to this far, and I appreciate your support. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and turn on all the notifications so that whenever I drop a new video, you will be among the first to get notified. I thank you all. I love you all. May God bless you all. Peace out.